Hi and welcome back to our channel. John Spell is here with me. He is the Director of Director of Cricket at Wimbledon Cricket Club. And he will talk us through what he looks for when he suggests cricket bats and junior cricket bats especially to youngsters and their parents alike. So this video is all about that. So John, thank you for coming in.
You're very well.
So we've always had a lot of children who come into our stores and they'll say, oh, my coach has said that I need this sort of bat, that sort of bat. So I thought, why not have the director of cricket at one of the biggest clubs in the UK come in and talk us through what you would say to a child if they come up to you and say, you know, what kind of bat should I get? So what do you look for?
Absolutely. So I think it's one of the most exciting parts of being a cricketer is looking for potentially your first bat. And what we see quite often, twofold really, is people either buying a bat that's a little too big for them, or feeling the need to jump straight in and buy a fully willowed bat. You've got different types of bats. You've got willow, you've got cashmere, and obviously you've got plastic bats as well. The reason why you don't want to necessarily pick up a bat that you grow into is that it brings bad habits into your batting technique. So, I think back to when the first bat I used to use was my dad's Duncan Fernley. I think at a solid 3.2 pounds that never came out of the linseed oil drip. But things have changed. Bats are much lighter. I mean, I'm holding a size 0 here, which I wasn't even sure existed until this evening. But that's fantastic. It's the right size, but importantly, it's all about weight.
Yeah.
It's too heavy, you're not going to be able to pick it up in the right positions for very long periods of time. That's going to limit how many balls you get to hit. So I would actually recommend that people and our youngsters don't shy away from a plastic bat, and potentially even keep the plastic bat inside their bag once they become full hardball players. So at Wimbledon, we look to introduce hardball as an intro course at sort of under 8s, but under 9s. Most people are picking it up, and then we'd hope that everyone from under 10 up is on hardball. That's not to say there's anything wrong with only playing softball.
Yeah.
And in particular, when you're training, some softball training drills, there's real specific technical shots, thinking about that pickup, that flow, that path. Those can be done equally as well with a plastic bat. So that's what I mean. Even as a hardball player, you might be on a size 2 bat. At that point, make sure you've picked yourself up a plastic bat. They even come in, by the looks of it, my size, and use that to really hone your skills.
Essentially, what you want to focus on is a child who can control the bat.
Absolutely.
Whether that's plastic or a hardball bat. Naturally, if they're playing a lot of their cricket with the hardball, they need to get used to wearing all the kit, equipment, all that sort of stuff. And when they are doing these drills, what they want to do is actually at the core of it and the foundation level is when they're buying the bat, make sure it's the right weight and balance rather than the brand they might be after necessarily.
Absolutely. Like we all have our favorite bat brands, and we've got our heroes that use certain bat brands. Foundationally, developmentally, most important if you want to be like your Joss Butler, or I'm looking up there, Mr. Bairstow. Don't think you have to have their equipment to start with, because actually having a bat as heavy as his is going to hamper that. So batting's all about balance, bat face control, and hitting a lot of balls. Right? We've got to really get that muscle memory up. So if your bat's too heavy, you're going to be a bit like me with that Duncan Fernley. You're probably just going to drop on the front foot a lot and let the bat swing through the line rather than actually controlling it.
Yeah. So we get a lot of children in who might be the bat size, let's say they're a size 4, for example, but they may not be strong enough yet for a size 4. If anything, they might be even touching a size 5, but even some size 4s are too heavy for them. In that case, what would you suggest?
I guess there are a couple of things. If you're like me and you're really tall, you might have to do what I did, which was to buy that bigger size bat and have it shaved down a little bit. I'm sure that's something that you guys could help them with,
Yeah.
hopefully. Take a little bit of that weight off. But again, it's sort of repetition. You can also build the muscle that you need to do that. Don't go picking up any weights until you're 16, but look at maybe doing 10 minutes with that slightly heavier bat, and then do another 20 minutes again with that passive bat, with the lighter bat.
Yeah.
The fact that the bow is a little bit too short in training, it's not the end of the world. And while we do hope you bat for hours and score loads of runs, you can build up to the strength required to hold that bat in sort of game situations.
So in essence, you're not too worried about them going a size down even, but never a size up, which might be just too heavy, and they can sort of grow into it. If they're growing into it, you're getting a bat which is fine. You're saving a bit of money, I guess, in the long term, but then the technique and everything about learning the game is not coming into it.
Absolutely, and as we know with this game, you've got to enjoy it. You've got to have a love for cricket, and a love for cricket as a batter comes from scoring runs, and from spending time out in the middle, and from training sessions. And if you've got that additional stressor where you can't keep going, you don't have the stamina, you don't have the muscle mass, that can be a detractor, and you're unlikely to want to continue.
Yeah. Are there any closing bits of advice you'd like to give to any youngsters just getting into hardball cricket?
Number one for me, making sure that you're ready and you're confident. So much of batting is also, a mindset and how you approach it. You don't want to rush into it. Hopefully, your club or when you train at home, you'll be able to do a good mix of both. You want to be unafraid of the ball.
Yeah.
You want to be able to get into good positions, and a lot of batting is getting your head in line with the ball, or at least close to the line of the ball, which means coming into quite close contact with the ball. So as long as you're feeling confident and you're nice and brave, and you keep a good, as I said, solid, stable base, and enjoy it, go for it.
Awesome. Thank you so much for coming in.
You're very welcome.
Nice quick video, but really useful, really valuable information there. Golden nuggets for everyone who's listening. Hopefully parents and children alike, youngsters, even some adults can pick up some really good tips from that. So thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave any comments below. I'll see you again soon. Thank you.